Hey, what's going on, guys? It's me, Vetsio7, and today we're going to be doing a passive tier list. Now, I do have a long post giveaway going on right now. All I ask is like and subscribe and join my Discord for it. Also, we're going to be ranking everything, as you guys can see. Now, I do not have the actual pictures of every single one, so I just go ahead and took a screenshot of their names, and I could just tell you what they do and also rank them at the same time. Now, we're just going to start at the top. Eternal is a celestial passive that is honestly garbage. When health falls below 15%, fruit damage increases, and the damage you receive from fruits are 90%. Useless for PvE, because most of the NPCs M1 you in general and teleport in just M1, so you're going to die anyways. Also, in PvP, you're just going to get comboed by the sword. To be honest, all these celestials are bad. For example, where is Brawler? Brawler is the exact same thing, but with melee, so it's useless. Ronin, exact same thing, useless, but it's just with sword, melee, for you see the trend. Now, a actual good celestial passive, there's only a few in the game that are actually good, that is celestial, which is really rare, by the way. Nocturne is really good. Nocturne essentially gives you a free iframe for 2 seconds. Basically you could literally just dodge out of combos, and then afterwards it makes you invincible. It's really OP. I fought a Nocturne, and essentially the bro would just dodge, get out of the combo, be invincible for 2 seconds, and then once my cooldowns came back, he just did it again and over and over and over again. Now, I do think there is a counter to this. I think it's actually Doe, because Doe has the V can basically just pull you. So I think that actually does counter Nocturne, but other than that, it's really, really broken and really good. Next one up is, I'm trying to find the Reflective Strikes. There we go. This is another celestial that's actually pretty decent. Now, I don't know how I feel about it in up to 7. Essentially what it does is it reflects 10% of the damage received. Now, that alone is not really that good. It's just okay. But the thing about it that makes it good, that makes it an A tier for me, is that the fact that it can take dodges, which makes it good for PvP. So it can take dodges and reflects 10% back. So it's kind of mid other than PvP. But PvE, it's just eh. Okay, onto the iconics. I believe I got all the... no, actually, I got Sentinel left. Sentinel, when health falls below 15%, reduce all damage by 50%. If you're at 15% HP, we'll just say if you're at 20,000 HP, right? And you have the 50%, just say it's basically 40,000 health. You could do 40,000 HP pretty easily in this game, especially right now. A lot of things are very strong. So you're literally useless. All these are useless. They all need reworks. They should not be celestials. If you have one of these, I recommend spinning it, but it is quite rare. So Last Breath, when you die, you regain 50% of your HP. This is very strong. Essentially, think about it this way. If you have 50,000 HP, just add on another 25,000 to your HP bar. It's like you're a dragon. You're insanely tanky, and it's OP as hell. Honestly, it's one of the best passes in the game for anything in general. Next up, Blasting. Blasting, the only problem with Blasting is it's weak. It just creates explosions to whatever you're hitting. It's a decent chance to happen, and I believe it does have AoE as well, but the damage is just bad. It's just really bad. Same with Tempest, it's the same thing. I don't know what one's stronger, but I had both of these recently, and they were both really weak. Like, they were doing like 200 damage ticks. And it's only one tick, by the way, not like multiple. It's like 200 damage. They're really bad. Stylish Heal. Everything in this game that has to do with healing, unless it's Acro's Spear and Bloodthirsty, like combined, is bad. So if you just anything in general is bad, except for Acro's Spear, Bloodthirsty. Okay. Swift. Swift just makes you faster if you hit somebody, I think. So it has a use. If you get hit, it will increase your speed by 400%. It just got buffed. 400%, it's a lot, honestly. 4 times your movement speed. You're insanely fast. You're gonna get away. So if you can escape the combo and not get one shot in PvP, it's decent. But if you're not getting one shot and you got out in general, you don't even need the speed, to be honest. Pretty bad passive. Dazzle, one of the worst in the game, easily. It essentially just blinds your screen. And if you're fighting a decent player, somebody that would actually probably kill me, I'm already dead. So if I see my screen go black, I already know I'm dead, because I'm going to get one-shot comboed. And in terms of PvE, it's useless completely. It's completely useless. Okay, so less stand is pretty bad. Essentially, when you get under 15% HP, attack power will greatly increase. Now, I've never had this passive for Saint in action, but it says greatly increase. I would have to imagine it's a lot. We'll just assume 20%. 20% damage while you're that low is pretty useless. You could just get some extra DPS off before you die. And if you're that low, you probably want to play more passive anyways, so it's kind of hard to take advantage of the damage boost. And 15% is really low. It's just mid. It could do something unlike these, but it's just bad, honestly. It's really bad. Crit strikes, easily one of the best passives in the game. It's free damage on absolutely everything. It does a ton of damage for free, and if you get a good crit strike roll, like for example, like NPC damage, all that other stuff, and then crit strikes, it's like a god roll, honestly. It's really, really good. I mean, well, a god roll, actually, I'm not sure if you guys know this, but you could get 2 passives. Technically, you can get, take this for example, you can get Last Breath, 50% more HP basically, and Nocturne. You're literally invincible. You have an iframe and can get out of combos for free, and then have 50k more HP. Or not 50k, but like 25k more HP. Like, you can get both of these together. And imagine 2 S's together. Like, it's so broken, bro, if you get lucky enough. It's really rare, but you can. Hyper Armor just gives you damage reduction. It's actually decent. It's just okay. I think it gives you 50% damage reduction. I don't know exactly. Yes, Hyper Armor is just mid. It's just like mid. It doesn't really compete with the S and A, and I think it's good enough to be above these because it actually has a use. Like, it could actually do something. So yeah, I'm just gonna leave it like mid. It even could be A. I don't know how much damage reduction exactly gives, but we're just gonna leave it at B. Okay, Acro Purged. Essentially what this does is make your acro weapons heal more. It's bad. They should make it where your acro weapons are stronger or something, because the healing is useless, bro. Just throw a Bloodthirsty Stone on your acro spear and you'll be fine. The ability. This is the one I've been waiting for. The best passive in the game, in my opinion. And I'll explain why right now. The ability is the best passive in the entire game, just because it puts a debuff on the enemy and it makes them take 15% more damage. It doesn't just make yourself do 15% more. It's the entire raid. Your entire raid group does 15% more damage, which is absolutely insane. The ability is really, really crazy. So, the ability, crit strikes together. It's super rare, but if you have that, you won the lottery, literally. You won the passive jackpot. It'd be crazy to see that. Alright, next up, we have Various. Another decent passive. Various is essentially like critical strikes, but it's a lot rarer to proc, but it's stronger, so it's like a trade-off. Now it's really rare. When I tested this, it just wouldn't proc for me. It'd be really rare. So, but it would be strong. So I'm gonna put an A, because if you're in a raid, it's bound to proc a few times, and it does a lot of damage. So I actually think it's decent. If it was just a little less rare, but that's the thing though, Various and crit strikes are like the exact same thing if they just made it a little less rare. So it's understandable that it's rare, but does a lot. I actually do like this passive. Pretty decent. Healing Havoc, like I said earlier, healing is completely useless in this game except if it's a Bloodthirsty Stone or Acro Spear, because it's a good DPS sword with healing built in. Sprinter, it's really useless, but I think it's better than these, to be honest with you. Sprinter, it's decent. Also, the Swift did get buffed quite a bit, 400%. I do want to move it up in B because B is looking kind of lonely, but I know Swift isn't good. Like, all these are just bad. And they do buff stuff. By the way, they do buff stuff without telling us. They only told us like 4 buffs, and it changed. It turned out that they changed a bunch of things. So, I'm not sure if they buffed anything here because they didn't tell us, and I can't spend like $1,000 to get all the passives. But I do know that S tier is all really good. A tier is all really good. B tier is decent, and everything below is pretty useless. C tier, I mean, if you don't really have the books, don't spin it. D tier, just spin it if you have the chance. Also, if anybody was curious, here is a list of every single passive in the game. So you can go ahead and pause here. But here's the Celestials right here, and then the Iconics are down here. So you can go ahead and pause this if you want to see them. But essentially, these are all the passives here. So here's the tier list. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please like and subscribe for more, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.